Hi everyone, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name's Ethan Van Sciver. I'm just a humble ink and superhero merchant. Here today to talk to you about Batman and my second issue on the title Batman the Dark Knight. Now, this book was created for Dave Finch when he came over from Marvel and signed exclusively with DC. They gave him his own Batman book to work on, to write if he wanted to hire a writer, basically to do whatever he wanted, and I think he did 15 issues before he moved over to Justice League of America and other books. But this book was left vacant, and I expressed interest in drawing Batman, so DC was kind enough to put me on this book with Greg Hurwitz as the writer, who I think Dave Finch didn't discover. He was already a novelist, but I think Dave Finch was the first to work with him at DC. And Greg Hurwitz was great. He wrote the entire thing fairly quickly, I think. Complete scripts with fully formed and realized ideas. The dialogue was all there. They were just really good scripts. And he also would be very specific about what he wanted on the cover. This was his cover concept, I believe. He may have wanted Batman to be wearing a mask here, and that's the one thing I may have changed. I couldn't picture... I'm sorry, I couldn't do the bat cowl with the hat. It was too much. I did, I believe, offer up this Cheshire bat, so you're welcome. This bunny has a gun. So let's crack this open and take a look. Here's a ballpark. A lot of writers seem to be asking me to draw baseball parks in my career. This one was not traced, unlike the one from Green Lantern Rebirth #1. This was actually hand-drawn. And you can tell because it's very kind of boxy. It's not all that realistic, but it's good enough. It's a small panel. You'll notice that these panels blend in with the hat. This hat line is kind of informing the direction of these panels, and it makes a nice kind of sweeping line, and then down towards our villain here, who looks very villainous indeed with his crooked eye and his big giant tooth. Look at this. It looks like he hasn't slept in a long time. I like to do stuff like this with eyes. I like to, swap out the size of the pupils in an eye. Like one's big and one's small. It looks fun and kooky. It looks like Mad Hatter here has placed a homing device, some kind of control device inside the hats that he's selling at his hat stand. This child is being kind of a brat. His mother is buying him the hat of his choice, and the hat of his choice seems to be a hat with a bunny with a hat on it, on his head. So I don't know what kind of boy goes to a baseball game and buys this particular hat, but this guy is nothing but a humble hat merchant, and he's happy to sell it, ostensibly. He gets down on his knees and he starts fidgeting with a remote control that looks like it was a handheld game from 1982 as the kid puts the hat on his head. Mom works on paying for the hat, while Mad Hatter, using the controls, makes the kid literally beat the living crap out of himself. Mom pays for the hat, and the kid looks like he was hit by a truck, and that's why the Mad Hatter's a villain. Look at him. Yeah. It's abuse. It's abusive. So Greg Hurwitz liked to ask his artist to actually hand draw the titles of the stories into the double page spread, the title page, which is what this is, the title page and credits page. You have Greg Hurwitz, obviously, that's me. Hi-Fi is the colorist with Brian Miller, who is the head of that studio. He's really good. Ricky Purdon from Wizard Magazine, over working at DC. Mike Martz from Marvel Comics. Mike was actually the editor who took over New X-Men during my time at Marvel Comics when the editorial team that sandbagged me was fired. Mike came in and he was really, really good. A super guy. Just the kind of guy you want to grab a beer with and hang out with. He eventually moved over from Marvel to DC, and now he's got his own comic book company, which is doing really well. Anyway, so Greg wanted me to draw the logo. I am not much of a letterer, but I did my level best here, working it into the perspective grid and trying my best to make it work as a shape within the panel. And it looks okay. I mean, these two S's are different. Probably different from this one. Yeah, but people liked it. People liked it, and nobody complained, and it was fine. I got away with it. All right, so I'll skip this page here. Batman and Jim Gordon talking. This is just, how much Batman can you put in shadow? Like almost all of him, and he's still Batman. I mean, just keep adding black and black and black to a drawing of Batman. As you hide him in the shadows of the background, it's still Batman. It's amazing. And this was like a little discovery that I made there. Like, really, this looks like, I don't know. It looks, he's barely there. It's just an outline. And it still works. So this took a long time to do because this is a statted panel series here where it's like this. I drew this, this, this. And then I said, please put this here. Please add this here. And they got it wrong 4 times. Literally 4 times they put the panels in the wrong places. And by the 3rd time, I was just like, maybe the joke isn't that important. But the joke was important. And people, I did press for the 4th time for them to get it right, explaining the joke to them. And they finally did get it right. I don't know who did that in production, but it was very frustrating. So, he's talking to himself and he's like, oh, I know. Here's the part where I turn around and realize that you've already gone. No, I'm still here. Awkward. All right, see you later. And he leaves. So it's a very funny kind of meta Batman joke that was a struggle. It had to be done in stats because these had to be exactly the same. And, was it worth it? I hope so. Okay, so Mad Hatter, looking great, smoking gun. He's clearly just shot a man. Tweedledee and Tweedledum looking more and more corrupt by the day. I love the colors under their eyes. I love the pink in their noses, and really, really good stuff. The colorist is doing a great job here. Very good color palette. I just like looking at this. I like Tweedledum bringing in this woman here, and I like her whole posture. She looks real to me. She looks like a real person. As you know, and not to say that this person is unattractive, but she looks normal. One of my things in comics is that, the heroes are beautiful. The stars in the cast are beautiful. But regular people that you interact with, they look like us, because I think a lot of comic book artists of my era only learned how to draw very attractive people. And so the superheroes looked about the same as the people who were buying ice cream in the crowd in the background. And that just makes the superheroes not look very special. So this woman here looks like someone who you might interact with. She just looks like a normal person. And, she's screaming. And this guy's like, hey, you want me to just kill her? And Mad Hatter's like, no, she's perfect for this. This is awesome. Great posture here. No, she's good for this part right here. Here, let's test her out. Mad Hatter is a director now. Say it again. Say, help me. Like you mean it. And she's like, help me. Literally terrified. Like, you can picture her just breathing hard here. Like, she knows she's about to die any second. And sure enough, she passes out. And I love Mad Hatter's posture here as he walks away like a dainty. I mean, look at this fop. He's just like, okay, she's perfect. Send her to costuming. Really, really great. Good job, Ming. I don't know. Sometimes the thing about it is that when I do a bad job at something, I'm kind of quick to admit it. But when I do a good job, I'm going to be honest with you about it. I'm pleased. It's pleasing to like your own work. Here we meet Alice, and her name was Alice D. Okay, as in D-E-E. I thought that was a very funny joke. Get it? L-S-D, Alice D. Maybe it's not funny. I don't know. This kid's wearing a Toxic Waste t-shirt, which was the name of my garage band when I was 14. Seemed like a good thing to call a garage band from New Jersey. Yeah, look at this. This is a school bully right in this kid's face. And you think it's going to be one of those things where obviously this kid, look at him, like he dresses like he's in the Partridge Family, and clearly this is like meant to be the 1980s, judging from his haircut, and he's dressed probably 2 decades out of date, and you think he's gonna get beaten up, but no, he's got friends, and this kid hits him upside the head with a wiffle ball bat. It's fun to draw. And yeah, they take him. Well, leave our buddy alone. The bully is on the ground while they're walking around with the Mad Hatter, the boy who's about to become the Mad Hatter. Yeah, he asks the girl out for a date. She's Alice. He asks Alice out for a date. She says yes. And here we go. He's just in his glory. He's revelry. I mean, this is a moment of remembering the good old days as he watches all of the people he's kidnapped working for him, assembling something. We don't know what, but he's giving directions. He's barking out orders through a megaphone. One of my favorite sequences here, as he continues to order the crowd. This jacket, look, he's very particular about what he wants, and this guy's like, I don't know. He's like, hey, that should be at a different angle, the pocket. I don't know what, this guy thinks he's like, a tailor, he's an expert, he's a craftsman. No, he did it wrong. He's like, I don't see what the difference is. Ooh, don't say that to the Mad Hatter. Another just great Mad Hatter face here. Anger. The eyeball. And then you don't see what the difference is. Cracks his neck. Leaves his head. His mouth is dribbling blood now because probably his spine has not only been shattered but like broken and twisted around. This is his back. You understand? Like, this is his back. And his head is pointed the other way. And his neck is twisted up like a knot. He's dead, don't worry. As he says, do you see now? How many times have you wanted to do this to somebody who refuses to see your point of view? Now do you see it? No? Oh well. I hope you've never wanted to do that to somebody who doesn't see your point of view. Here we have Bruce Wayne getting dressed, preparing to be Batman. This is for the ladies. Alfred in the background with that feather duster. Looking a little bit too interested there. I probably should have had Alfred turning around and just not paying attention. I don't know why I did that, because now it looks kind of creepery. You've got the Batman suit looming over Bruce's shoulder. I really like this drawing, and I like this whole page. I like him, just buckling up his cape. He's getting his cowl brought to him, and taking the cowl and heading off to the Bat plane, this would be the Tim Burton bat plane, which I was quick to use. They didn't specify which bat plane I was supposed to use, and I went, I'm going to use the one from the movie, because that's the one I had a toy of. Look at this cheat right here. You want to talk about saving time? This is supposed to be a broken down old merry-go-round. That's cool. We'll establish it later, but for now, we're in its shadow. We're behind the thing, and we've got a little picnic going on here. With children, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum and the Mad Hatter are trying to select a child. Why? We've established the old merry-go-round now, and it looks just like you hope it would look. It looks like at one time it was a lot of fun, but now it is the place of nightmares, where children go to be kidnapped and die. I mean, it's really scary looking in there. And yeah, we've got broken horse heads, laughing. It's dingy in there. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there are mattresses where people sleep, vagrants and indigents. And this guy, I mean, look, he's just bullying the kid. The kid's pretty tough. I mean, this shot right here is a little odd. Just the light. I think the colors just put a beam of light here. I know he's in shadow, but he's meant to be in shadow, not to be spotlighted. He looks here like he's the kid from The Omen, just the way this is lit. Like he has power, and that these two guys are unaware of, and he doesn't. So this is, this is a Hitchcockian kind of situation. Like if I were Alfred Hitchcock, I would go back and correct this. Like, this is sending the wrong message just with the colors. Like, literally, this should be dark. He's in the black of the shadow back here. It should be the same color, if not darker than this. And he's been forgotten about, and he's in real trouble. The light on him actually makes him look powerful. But in fact, Batman swoops down and rescues him. This is a pretty good shot of Batman saving this kid. Glass comes down from the ceiling where he crashed down, and Batman's protecting him with his cape. This was the thing about my Batman. I believed his cape was meant to look like bat wings. I think that was the original intention of Bill Finger, and I think that over the years, the thing about Golden Age comics is often you have to look at them as extremely simplified ideas. Like, we wanted to do this, but we only knew really how to draw this. And then you have to look at it as a kind of thing that was continued and built upon until it, over the decades, until it became something that it wasn't meant to be. But if you look at the, cover to, say, Detective 27, I'm going to look it up right now just to make sure that I'm not talking out of my butt. It's very important that I be 100% accurate with you guys at all times. But yeah, I'm looking at it. So you look at the cover to Detective 27, and it's clear that that's not meant to be just a cape that is scalloped at the bottom. The original concept behind Batman was that if you blurred your eyes at him or you saw his silhouette, you would think that he was a bat. And Batman's cape, which is just shaped like Superman's cape except scalloped at the bottom, in no way offers you that illusion. So Batman's cape, to me, has structure. Okay, there's a skeleton underneath of it. These are kind of almost like tent poles that are in there that can make it stretch out and catch the wind, catch the air, and flare out into bat wings. It can be used to glide by stiffening out and becoming firm. And it actually does look like a bat. He can also wrap it around himself. He's got these spikes to hold on to if he wants to. To me, this looks so cool. And every time I draw Batman, I draw him this way, no matter what other artists have done with him. Like, now he looks different. His costume keeps kind of changing and evolving with every new kind of DC relaunch. And I will continue to give him this cape, because I think I'm right and everyone else is wrong. Here we go. Look at this great. Oh, I love this. Thank goodness for Tim Burton. This is a terrific design. This is dangerous, leaving a kid on the wing of the bat plane, but if you just tell him to sit down and not move, maybe it'll be okay. Batman probably should have put him in the cockpit, but he didn't. And here we have the lights. Look at the headlights of the bat plane shining down. So that's where the light came in on that kid. It makes sense, but it sent the wrong message. It was a confusing visual. So they're all looking around. It's like, oh, where is he? Batman's in here somewhere. We see an elephant, see a laughing horse, we see a bat, and then kapow. Wrong answer. That wasn't a bat. That was Batman. Look at that. Oh, that's so classic. I like him getting hit. I like how you can, looks like he spit out a tooth, but the tooth is colored red here. Yeah. And this is what you do. You drag each other out, towards a van. Batman's just following you, just walking, shoots a line up in the air, gets back on the plane where the kid is watching. This kid did not fall off the plane, so maybe Batman was right. And Batman lowers him to the ground and tips him out. Again, just beautiful, beautiful design on this airplane. I really like the Batplane from the Tim Burton movies. Takes off, and we're going to follow the kidnappers. He put a tracker on there. See how simple this is? Like, this didn't take long to draw. This is all sky. You draw the Batplane. That's kind of tricky. The kid jumps off, and you've got people way off in the foreground there. But this panel says everything you needed to say, and it didn't take very long to draw. That's what monthly comics are about. And they're about big shots of the Mad Hatter drinking tea with teeth like Bugs Bunny. Thinking about the time he took LSD to the to the Alice in Wonderland theme park here that he wants to rebuild in her honor. Yeah, I had to draw all this stuff. There's the dodo bird from Alice in Wonderland, the off with your head queen. It's all good fun. Yeah, it was a perfect day. And look at him in bed, this poor guy. It's a perfect day. He's got photographs from the day. He's got a bunny that he won. He's got the hat with bunny ears. What else is in there? Did I hide anything interesting? Oh, there's the ticket. There's the ticket from getting in there. I don't think I hit anything interesting. I think this is legit. Yeah. He's sitting at the tea table. Everyone drank their tea and everyone's dead. He's had enough. He throws the table over. He's prone to temper tantrums like that. Just, Batman, nice all black silhouette shot here. And they're watching him. They're watching him from a camera in a hole. That's why you have this nice worm's eye view that I drew. And, oh, he's had enough. Boy, he looks good. He really looks good. Underground, following this little tunnel. This is where they're building, looks like the theme park thing here. And he watches Batman leave. He watches Batman leave. And this is terrific. He drinks his tea and he thinks about Alice. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. And it gets distorted. And it gets ugly. And it gets, all of a sudden, it's about pain. At first, it's beautiful. And then pain. Yeah. My own personal hell. Alice looking sinister. There's him screaming. There's a hideous mockery of Batman. Yeah. It's just, he's ripping out his own hair like Beak ripped out his feathers in New X-Men 117. Next, the Hat and the Bat collide. Now, you know, I don't look at this very often. Like, this is the first time I looked at this book in a while, and I'm really pleased with it. I did a good job. I was having fun. That's evident. I absolutely loved my own Mad Hatter. He looks consistently hilarious to me, like in his ugliness. I mean, you know, that is funny, and that's funny. I like his little posture here. He's tremendous dignity for a little guy, and a tough guy. And then when I draw him, I'd over exaggerate and cartoon his face there. I mean, you just see his eyes are in all different directions. His mouth is open like a cartoon with his tongue sticking out. Very like exaggerated posture. Really, the Mad Hatter was an awful lot of fun to draw. I think the only character I prefer is the Scarecrow, just in terms of just creative potential. It turned out like it was like a character I didn't want to do, or he wouldn't have been my first choice, but it turned out to be a real blessing because I got to do a really definitive take on the character that I think I've seen other people kind of follow. So that's good. So there we go. I mean, this is Batman the Dark Knight, number 17, and it was a lot of fun. Hey, listen, if you enjoy these commentaries, these art lessons, and the weirdo videos that I post up, why not subscribe? Why? What are you waiting for? You know, I look at my analytics, and it says that 30% of the people who watch these videos haven't subscribed. Why not? Click that button for me. Why don't you support this page and its content, and the idea that we're all artists and all of us should grow. Everyone should be able to do comics, even if it's not professionally. I think that's the theme of this channel. Let's all do comics. So why not hit subscribe? Why not hit that bell so you'll get notifications about new videos? And, you know, let's make this community grow a little bit. Thank you very much for all your support. I've been doing some live videos and people have been very generous with super chats. I make it clear that all that money goes to not anything noble, but actually just buying diapers for Ava, because diapers are expensive. So I thank you for that, and I'll keep doing them. So anyway, I will see you guys later on today with more videos. Okay, bye.